Graduate enrollment increased in all subject areas. The fastest growth was in health sciences, business, and engineering. In 2009, graduate schools reported strong growth of 6% in first-time students from the United States. But enrollment of new international students decreased by about 2%, the first drop since 2004. The share of foreign new students in graduate schools fell from 18% to 16.5%. In other news, President Obama marked the new school year in September with a speech from a school in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. President Obama told students they need to work hard in school because an education has never been more important than it is today. He said, "The farther you go in school, the farther you're going to go in life." He also said this is a time when other countries are competing with us like never before. He said students around the world in Beijing, China, or Bangalore, India, are working harder than ever and doing better than ever. The president told the students, "Your success in school is not just going to determine your success, it's going to determine America's success in the 21st century." For VOA Special English, I'm Alex Villarreal. You can find our programs at voaspecialenglish.com and on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and iTunes at VOA Learning English. VOA Special English Education Report. Getting a job can be especially difficult for someone with a prison record. So, a prison training program in the American Northwest prepares women to start their own businesses. The program is called Lifelong Information for Entrepreneurs, or LIFE. The training combines business and social skills. The women learn how to manage their time, set goals, and settle conflicts peacefully. Sarisa Whitley is serving 5 years for assault at the Coffee Creek Correctional Facility, a women's prison in Oregon. She has a job waiting for her when she is released in January. But she also plans to start a small business with the knowledge gained from the months of class. She says she has learned a lot about how to write a business plan, how to communicate effectively, and how to listen. Another inmate, Cynthia Thompson, is serving time for stealing someone's identity. She says preparing inmates to become successful, accountable people will be good for the communities they re-enter. Mercy Corps Northwest started the training program 4 years ago. Mercy Corps is an international development organization. Doug Cooper is Assistant Director of Mercy Corps Northwest. He says, "We were looking for ways that we could apply our expertise around economic development and small business management to populations that could use it. It's identical to what we do internationally." Mercy Corps Northwest has just started a LIFE program at a women's prison in neighboring Washington State. Doug Cooper says he hopes the idea will spread to prisons throughout the country. The group, says just 3 of the 100 graduates of its training program have returned to prison. Graduates of the LIFE program have started businesses like cutting hair and selling handmade crafts at farmers markets. One woman who served time for theft now runs an automobile repair business. Lori does not want her last name used. She says she worries what people might think if they knew she had been in prison. She stayed in contact with a Mercy Corps mentor after she left prison. Together, they found answers to questions about running a small business. For VOA Special English, I'm Alex Villarreal. You can download MP3s of our programs and find English teaching activities at voaspecialenglish.com. From VOA Learning English, this is the Education Report. Experts estimate that half of the 6,000 languages spoken on our planet will have disappeared by the end of the century. In West Africa, academics are trying to protect the language and rich cultural heritage of Togo. At the University of Lomé, Professor Nbuike Adovi Goiakwe studies video of Gen cultural rituals. The professor is a cultural heritage specialist. He himself is a Gen, one of many ethnic groups in Togo. He has made films of Gen cultural customs with financial assistance from the United States. He says the Gen have an important place in Togo's history and culture. Gen rituals show how its people see their world, the interaction between the living and the dead, the seen and the unseen. The Gen believe in many different voodoo gods. But today, Professor Goiakwe says fewer and fewer Gen children go through voodoo initiation ceremonies. He says that increasingly, the new generation does not recognize the importance of these cultural traditions. He says formal education and the spread of Christianity have reduced their influence. Many young people think traditional practices are uncivilized. And while the Gen language is widely spoken in Lomé, the professor says it is not taught in schools. Gen is one of about 39 languages spoken in Togo. Anahit Menachan is a language specialist with the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. She says a language needs people who speak it as their first language. She says a language needs people who can speak it as their second language. If there are not, she says, a language is extinct. She says languages can die as a result of increasing globalization. For VOA Learning English, I'm Alex Villarreal. The VOA Special English Education Report. The state of Florida is home to one of the largest populations of Haitians outside of Haiti. The city of Miami has a neighborhood known as Little Haiti. People who live there keep close ties to Haitian culture. Young Haitians can learn French at the Little Haiti Cultural Center. Haiti is a former French colony. French is the main language used in schools there. The center offers the classes through a non-profit organization called the French Heritage Language Program. Not all of the students are Haitian, but for the ones who are, including Dominique Domond, the language has special meaning. He says, "My mom speaks French a little bit. She speaks French and English." Marie Domond is Dominique's mother. Sometimes he says, "Mom, I want you to teach me how to speak your language." Jennifer Linkletter teaches French at the Little Haiti Cultural Center. She says, "French is part of what it means to be Haitian, and the goal of the program is to get them in touch with their French history and with their French roots, and to be proud of that." Learning another language can also help them when they grow up. Martina Buissat is the Miami coordinator for the French Heritage Language Program, which is based in New York. She says, "The more languages you speak, the more you can share, you can work. For work, it's very important." The organization has also helped expand French classes at Boyd Anderson High School in South Florida. About 25 Haitian earthquake survivors attend the school. The students were among thousands of Haitians who came to the United States after their country's powerful earthquake last year. One of the students, Kirby Edme, says, "The teachers were very patient with us because some of us, we didn't speak English before we came here." Principal Angel Almanzar says there were also problems with lack of knowledge about the American education system and feeling isolated. Teacher Mathieu Dacan is himself Haitian. He says the classes have been good for the students from Haiti. It's like Little Haiti within a school. This is where they feel at home. Many Haitian students in Florida say they want to help their homeland. Kirby Edme says, "Every Haitian, even if they weren't there when the earthquake happened, I think they have in mind to go and be successful and then do something for the country, even a little bit, because when it all comes together, it makes a big thing." For VOA Special English, I'm Alex Villarreal.
This is the VOA Special English Education Report. Many new college graduates in the United States have trouble finding a job in the weak economy. But not graduates from the California Maritime Academy. The Academy is the only school of its kind on the West Coast. Students attend classes on the university campus in Northern California. But they also gain experience by going to sea in a floating classroom, the training ship Golden Bear. 288 cadets recently sailed on a 2-month international training cruise. The ship travels south to the Panama Canal. Along the way, it visits countries in Central America